Hi Jam Fam, it's me Gemma. I'm here today to talk to you about 10 gift ideas for your toddler this upcoming holiday season. They range in variety from toys that you can play with outdoors, thinking of the summertime, things that you can play indoors, and I even have one toy that makes noise. I try to avoid noise-making toys because most of them are just too loud. And let's be honest, as a parent, the noise-making toys get right under your skin real quick. But anyway, let's jump into the list. So the first item that I want to talk to you about is Kinetic sand. My 4-year-old loves Kinetic sand, and it comes in such a variety of different ways you can play with it. It even has like a sandbox that'll come with some of the play sets. The one that he's really interested in though is the SandWhirlz playset, where you can mix and match all the different colors and you can make different shapes out of it with like the tubes, and he's so excited about Kinetic sand. Every time he sees the commercial, he tells me that he's gonna ask Santa for it. What's nice is it's fairly inexpensive, and you can get a playset on Amazon for about $15 with the VTech Kidi Creator Cam. So now that we've started this whole vlogging thing, my 4-year-old is obsessed with making videos. If I put my phone down and I walk out of the room, when I come back in the room, he's talking to my phone. VTech Kidi Cam comes with its own tripod. It has a microphone on it, and I do think it even hooks up to the TV. So if your kid wants, they can also display what they've been recording. They can make their own videos, which I think is right up my son's alley. He loves this video making concept so much. He's so into it. I think he's gonna love it. And you can get this for about $50 on Amazon, which really isn't that bad if you think about it. They're getting a little camera, they're getting a tripod, and a microphone all in one for $50. That's actually a pretty good deal. Another item to play with, mostly indoors, they're called Bristle Blocks. They're these little tiny blocks that look like they have like brush bristles on them, and they can smush them together. You can build blocks with them. They're really neat. They come in all these different play sets. One of the play sets we have is a farm set, and it actually has all these little like animal creatures, and they have the bristles on the bottom too, so they just fit right onto the bristle block. They're really nice, very similar to the concept of Lego for like building. My sons love them. In fact, they love them so much that we have to take them away because they fight over them. But highly recommend them. You can get a set for as cheap as $15 on Amazon. So I highly recommend checking them out. And yes, parents, unfortunately, they do hurt just as much when you step on them as when you step on a Lego. Hopping to the outdoors, we have this great toy. It's called a little Tikes cozy coupe. I'm sure you've seen them. They've reinvented them. They've made the eyes a little bit bigger, but they're super neat. We have one at my house, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to get another one. Even though my 4-year-old is basically outgrowing it, he still plays in the one that he has. He has a little police car cozy coupe. Super cute. My father-in-law, my kid's grandfather, was a police officer, so it made perfect sense whenever my in-laws got him that for Christmas a couple years ago. So cute. He loves it. He sits in it, and we have a little incline driveway, and he'll start going, push himself, and do spins real fast. He loves it. My little guy loves it too, but they fight over it. And of course, big man's gonna win because he's older and bigger. But the nice thing is that my little guy likes to push him around in it. And little guy loves it. He already knows that since we don't have the floor in there, he has to pick up his feet. And he does such a good job of it, and he just wants to play in it for hours. Great toy to play with outside. It even has a little like cup holder in the back, so if they have water or something that they want to drink while they're outside, they can throw it in their little cozy coupe and they can scoot around in the driveway. Super fun. My kids love it. They fight over it. I think we're gonna have to get a second one. So you can find cozy coupes for about $50 on Amazon. I'm sure you could probably find them elsewhere. And again, it's also going to depend on the type of cozy coupe that you get. If you get a classic one, that's more likely to be closer to the $50 one. If you get one that looks like a dinosaur or something, they have such a variety out there. They may be more or less depending on the type that you get. Another really great game recently got my 4-year-old into playing card games. So we can't have a whole heck of a lot of board games around my house right now because my little one isn't even 2 yet, and he still likes to put everything in his mouth, so we have to watch little pieces. So we tried to steer our oldest into the card game room, and he loves it. We have fish, we have slapjack, we have Uno, and he loves all of them and always wants to play them. Memory, all of them. So when I came across this game, Alphabet Bingo, I thought that's a perfect toy for Wyatt. Perfect game for Wyatt. And it's gonna double as a stocking stuffer. So you can't get any better than that. You're giving him a gift and a stocking stuffer all in one. Perfect. But it's a set of cards. It's set up just like your typical bingo game. But instead of pulling numbers, you actually pull letters. So it helps them learn their letters. So I don't know about you guys, but with the homeschooling, my oldest is supposed to go into preschool. So I think that this is just right up our alley to help him get a foot forward for his time when he's ready to go into kindergarten. Because he couldn't go to preschool because of coronavirus. But you can get a set of the Alphabet Bingo cards for about $10 on Walmart. And depending on the manufacturer, you can also find these on Amazon, but they tend to have been a little bit pricier, maybe $13, $15. But scope them out. I think they're really fun. It's a really great way for you to interact with your kids, and it's a great way for them to learn. So another great indoor toy, and I say indoor because you have to watch this one, is one of those hopper horses. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like the little blow-up balls. They used to have the handle on them that you could sit and bounce around on, but they're in the shape of animals. They have horses, they have bulls, I think they have a cow. They have all different types of animals of these. They range in price, and you can get them for maybe about $20 on Amazon, and most of them come with their own air pump, because yeah, you do have to blow them up. But I think that they're actually a lot easier for kids to use, because you get on them a lot like a rocking horse, right? So instead of sitting on a ball and trying to sit down on it, you're sitting on like a saddle. And I think it works a lot better. There are handles on it, and you can also hold on to the animal's ears, which I think is super great. Again, another fun way for them to expend some of that energy when they're stuck inside during the winter. Another great indoor toy is the little Tikes trampoline. I think they come in a variety of sizes. The one that we have downstairs is, I think, like the 3-inch one, and I think that is just the clearance between the floor and where the trampoline is. So it's not very high off the ground, but what's nice is it comes with a nice little handrail, so the little ones can hold on while they jump and get used to it and get used to get their bearings while they're jumping on a trampoline. My oldest loves it. He got a taste of a real big, authentic trampoline, so he goes nuts on this little one. They're not as bouncy as the outdoor trampolines that you see in people's backyards. They're nice, they're great to have in the house, kids can play on them, and if your kids are like mine, they will soon figure out that if one sits and one jumps, the one who's sitting is going to get bounced around. My kids love doing that. So I highly recommend the little Tikes trampoline, and those run for maybe about $60 on Amazon. Worth the buy though. I'm telling you, the minute we put it up, my son jumped on it and he used it for pretty much the whole year. And then we had to clear out space because we were having another baby, so I kind of forgot about it. But now that my littlest one is about 1.5 years old now, it's back out and they're both using it and they love it. So the next item I want to chat about is the classic sit and spin. Do you guys remember these? They're these little plastic things. They have a big disc on the bottom and a little disc on the top with a pedestal in the middle. You sit on it, you hold the little one, and you turn. And it spins you around really fast. Do you guys remember these? I remember loving this as a kid, and I remember being so sad when I got too big to sit on it anymore. But these sell for, hold your breath, $60 on Amazon. I know that is a crazy amount of money, but I remember how much joy and how much fun I had on these. And my littlest one's new thing to do is to spin himself around in a bunch of circles, like standing. and then he falls, and Mom's afraid he's gonna fall into the TV stand. So if I get him a sit and spin, he can get his spinning in, he can get some energy out, because he's gonna have to use his arms to twist himself. I don't have to worry about him falling into the TV stand, because I can put the sit and spin far enough away from anything hard that he's not gonna hurt himself. So I think that this is a great thing that it came back. I think it'll be a very well received Christmas gift for my little guy, and I can't wait to give it to him, and I can't wait to see what he does on it. We're gonna go back outdoors. Another really great gift that, I don't know about where you live, but where we live, our pool is closing, our community pool is closing. And last summer 2020, all of the pools were closed because of the coronavirus, right? We invested a lot of time in playing outside in our little plastic pool and in our, we got a little fire hydrant sprinkler. And then I found splash pads. They're all the rage right now. You can go to parks, they have these splash pads where, you know, kids can go everywhere. A lot of those weren't open this summer either. But they make them for your house now. They're very similar to a sprinkler. They're just these little plastic things, and you hook your hose up, and as they fill up with water, they'll start squirting water out, and then they have like a pad in the middle that's a lot like a little pool. It doesn't hold much water, but these things are so cheap. The one that I got, I literally got on sale for $6. They're going for about $15 now, but they're going to be well worth it this summer 2021, when it gets super hot outside and none of the pools are open. So I highly recommend investing in one if you've got some little guys. And the fun thing about sprinklers and things like splash pads is even the big kids can play in this. So you don't have to have a 1.5-year-old or a 4-year-old. You can have a 10-year-old, and they're still able to play and they're still able to have fun. So I highly recommend them. Finally, my last toy, I want to talk to you about my little guy. So I've done a lot of talking about my big kid, right? My 4-year-old. My little guy is 1.5. He just, you know, does his own thing. He plays by himself really well. He wants to play with his brother sometimes, but not usually, you know, it's fine just doing his own thing. Well, we've recently found out that he loves Blue's Clues, right? So the new show on Nickelodeon, Blue's Clues and You, with Josh and Blue, he absolutely loves it. He'll just sit there and stare at the TV, like stare at it, completely mesmerized by this. They have a ton of Blue's Clues and You toys out there now. I found one. It's a Peek and Blue. It's actually called Peek-a-Blue, excuse me. But it's this cute little dog, and its ears are like this, and when you squeeze his belly, they open up like it's like Blue is playing peek-a-boo with you. You can also get it in magenta, and these sell for about $30 on Amazon. I think my little guy's gonna absolutely love this, and I can't wait to give it to him for Christmas because we already have it. As soon as I saw it, I snatched it up. I just, you know, sometimes you just can't help yourself as a parent. But I highly recommend, if your kids are into Blue's Clues and You, there are so many toys out there right now. I highly recommend just going and checking them out and seeing what you can find that maybe your little one would love. So I hope that this list of 10 items for your toddler for the holidays has been helpful for you. And I hope it's a nice little starting off point. And again, keep an eye out, because a lot of stores are rolling their Black Friday deals out now, even though Black Friday isn't for another 3 weeks. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe and drop us a comment. Let us know what you're getting your little ones for Christmas. We want to hear you just as much as you hear us. And who knows, maybe you'll give me some good ideas on what I can get my little ones. Anyway, bye.